Hey everybody, we are building with blocks. This is a free 3D modeling program for virtual reality, Blocks by Google. This is a series teaching you how to use these tools to make simple 3D models that we can then export to other programs like Blender or Tilt Brush or Unity. So we can make simple models, larger pieces with these simple controls to be used in those more complicated programs, almost like a sketch tool. So we're going to look at a specific tool called the Modify tool. And this Modify tool is actually complicated enough, we're going to break it down into 3 pieces. I'm going to give ourselves a simple block to start with, and we're going to see how we use the Modify tool to change and modify this block into 2 different things. So the Modify tool to start with, it's tool number 5, the center tool on the bottom list. It looks like a pair of pliers. Now this tool, if you look at your thumb menu, there are 3 flavors. The up flavor is called Reshape. The flavor to the left is called Subdivide. And the flavor to the right is called Extrude. So today we're going to be starting at the very top using the Reshape flavor of the Modify tool. So I've got my Modify tool. I've set my thumb control pointing up to Reshape. You can tell it's Reshape because there's a little yellow dot at the top of the pliers. On either of the other 2, there's no little yellow dot, but the yellow dot is there when you're in the Reshape of the Modify. Now, if we want to just adjust ourselves, we can just use the grip to move it around. But as I move this yellow dot close to the model, I'm going to even bring this close so you can see clearly. Normally, this model has nice, sharp, clear edges. You can see there's very sharp edges here going up and down the lines. If I bring this tool close, you can see sort of ghostly appearing an extra outline. I'm going to bring this even closer. See that circle dot? There. And then the edges themselves get this extra. So I'm going to pull back so we can see the whole cube. And as I move close, I can touch the dot. You can even see it light up green. I can touch the edge. Touch an edge. Or I can touch the middle plane of a surface. See how it lights up green? So bringing this close, I can touch a corner. That green dot is the corner where the edges meet. The term that the technical people are going to use is called a vertex. V-E-R-T-E-X. E-X. Vertex. That just means corner. Fancy way of saying corner. So in this case, when I'm in this vertex mode, I can actually reach out and grab a corner. See how it turns green? When I click my trigger while it's green, it's now stuck. I've got a grip on that corner. And as I move it around, you can see how it shapes my cube. Let's get smaller again. Grab that corner, that vertex, and move it around. Distort my cube. One vertex, several vertices. You will not be quizzed on this later. So by grabbing any of these corners, any of these vertexes, I can distort, I can reshape, I can move around the original object. So the Modify tool, Reshape flavor, grabbing a corner, grabbing a vertex. Now you'll notice I can also touch an actual edge where 2 sides meet, or a line between 2 corners. This edge is also something I can grab onto and move it around. Even if I rotate, even if I twist my wrist, I can grab any of these edges and start to pull it around and reshape the cube. See if I can get it back to a cube. There we go, close enough. So, grab a corner or vertex, grab an edge, and you can reshape your object. You can grab a plane, a face. Usually it's a triangle, a polygon. And again, I can grab it and move it around. This is to distort. This is to reshape. This is to change the angles. Grab a corner, bring that back down. Modify tool, reshape flavor. Corner or vertice, edge, or a face, a plane. All different ways to modify your original shape. So if I was to grab, not a cube, but if I was to grab, say, one of my spheres. Let's grab a large sphere, large size. Hold down my trigger finger so it stays a perfect sphere. If we look at this sphere, you can see there's a lot of little corners, a lot of little edges. So when I grab my modify tool, I can grab any of these corners. I can grab any of these faces, any of these edges. And now I've got a kitty cat just from that sphere, just by grabbing a few of those points and edges. So this modify, this reshape, when I move just an object, you can see it's made up of flat planes. And when I bring this tool close, we can see all of those edges, all of those vertices, vertex corners that I can pull out, stretch around, grab and distort, twist and move however I see fit. Blocks by Google is a free program. Most headsets using Steam can get it free on Steam. Oculus Rift users also have it free for the Oculus Rift. If you're using the Quest, you would have to get the Oculus Link to connect to a computer and use the computer systems, Rift or Steam. Unfortunately, they do not have it yet straight for the Quest. Let Google know if you want it. If they realize there is demand, they could do what they did with Tilt Brush and give it an update and release it for Quest as well. Pester them, not me. Pester me if you have ideas of what you'd like to see us make, or if you have questions on how to use these tools. We're going to be doing this every week, and we look at different aspects of this program. This was just part one of the Modify tool, how to use the Reshape to change and alter a shape from a simple sphere or other object, bring out the corners or vertices, bring out the edges or the faces to reshape and recreate your objects. I look forward to seeing what you guys make. Have fun building with blocks. We'll see you next time.